The Fulton County government has established and hired a opioid coordinator in the fight against the opioid crisis. Georgia was ranked in the top 11 states for drug overdose, but Lynette Allen is resolved to find solutions to combat the crisis that has shaken the Fulton County community.
The opioids have been in our culture for a long time. It didn't just start. So when you think about years ago when people abused heroin, and when you think about opioids, heroin is just a cheaper derivative, but it's always been in our community. But a part of it, when people would go into, say, the pill mills because of pain, it was easy for them to go to this doctor and get a prescription and get it filled, and then they could go to another doctor and get it filled. But a part of it was, of course, too, when you think about a lot of the drug manufacturing companies, they make a lot of money. So getting their doctors to prescribe their medication was a big push.
Michael Stone is a rehabilitated opioid addict. By age 12, he had lost both parents and watched as his older brother got lost in opioid addiction. He admits, at that time he was repulsed by his brother's actions. The twist is, by the time his brother was on a path to recovery, Michael was just beginning his very own journey into opioid addiction.
I had a shoulder injury. I had pulled my deltoid and was prescribed hydrocodone, not really an opioid per se. And I liked the way it made me feel. Several years before that, I had lost both my parents to cancer over a 6-year period. So there were internal factors that I was dealing with. Graduating high school, having money from my parents' death. As far as peer pressure goes, it was just like the perfect storm uniting, and then it was from there on out.
It may come, say, from someone, especially a young person who's in high school, maybe they're part of the football team or the soccer team. They may experience a sports injury, and that could be the beginning of their addiction, because when they go in for the pain, and the doctors will prescribe them some form of opioid, say like Oxycontin or oxycodone, those types of drugs. And a lot of times that's the first time that they experience those, and they like the way those drugs make them feel. So it may not be so much of them trying to self-medicate, but once they start the process, and once they start the feeling of getting high, they want to feel that way again and again.
Several friends have been to jail, several friends since high school that I began using with. Countless of those are dead due to heroin overdose, opioid overdose, sometimes suicide. It's having graduated high school for 8 years, there's several classmates that are no longer here with us due to drug addiction. People are wounded. That's why people drive them to do drugs. If you can cure what makes a person want to do drugs, you no longer have that issue. Drugs, as I've experienced them, are a side effect to a much deeper issue.
With the help of rehab after several tries, Stone regained control of his life. Now he volunteers his time to help others who are fighting the same drug addiction that not too long ago he was in the midst of battling himself.
Addiction is all about self. It's about making you feel better. It's about taking care of your wounds, your needs. So really, what I learned through many bouts of addiction and rehab was the fact that you have to get outside of yourself. You have to get back to something bigger and larger than you. Let that be faith, let that be community, something bigger than you. Because someone who has it in them to be addicted to drugs, you is what got you addicted to begin with. It's a lot deeper than just using drugs. Something drives you to do that. Past wounds, traumatic experiences. So living for something greater than yourself and knowing that addiction ultimately ends up with you dying or going to jail and countless loss.
A big part of my role is to coordinate a lot of the prevention activities that go on, like prevention, education, but not only that, working to find resources for our residents. lot of times people don't seek help because they don't know where to go. So again, just kind of coordinating all of our efforts, whether it's with the community, whether it's with our public officials, with our commissioners, with our county manager's office, wherever it is, and especially with our families, but the community at large, coordinating all of our efforts and anything that is working within prevention, whether it's going after seeking grant funds, but also aligning ourselves so that we all know what everyone else is doing so that we can work together.